Y'all, what in the love and hip-hop twilight zone is going on? Because this latest episode, it wasn't just messy. It was a full-blown Category 5 reality TV disaster. Let's break it down, shall we? First up, let's talk about Jasmine. Yes, Kirk's baby mama, Jasmine decided to casually cross international waters, crashing a family vacation with Rasheeda and Kirk. And not only did she just show up, but she did it without a hotel reservation, no backup plan, and seemingly no shame. Like, girl, did you think Spirit Airlines came with free beachfront villas? Did she really think that? And yet, there she was, right alongside them on their vacation, acting as if nothing had happened. This wasn't just some random, oops, I'm here by mistake situation. No, this was calculated. Jasmine knew exactly what she was doing. Meanwhile, Yandi, the queen of grace and shade, sat pretty in her chair, just minding her business. Until Rasheeda decided to go full betrayal mode on a podcast. Rasheeda dragged her whole marriage like it was Black Friday clearance. Excuse me, did the woman who defended you when your husband was out here making mixtapes in motel rooms now spill all the tea on your relationship? Can someone explain that? To me, make it make sense, but baby, we're just getting started. Erica Banks, humbled in high definition. Karlie read, turning herself in like she's auditioning for Orange is the New Black, and Spice. She's one mood swing away from flipping a whole reunion set. Buckle up, grab your popcorn, and maybe even a lawyer. Because love and hip-hop just turned into a criminal case, emotional breakdown, and diss track all rolled into one. It's not just another mess. This is a full-blown meltdown. Betrayal, backstabbing, and straight-up scandal are erupting all around, and the streets are talking now. Let's break this down. We've got Yandi feeling completely blindsided by Rasheeda's podcast betrayal. Jasmine, reportedly homeless, suddenly popping up on a vacation with Kirk and Rasheeda. Erica Banks, getting dragged for filth after a sneaky expose, and then, to top it all off, Karlie Red allegedly getting arrested. I mean, what in the Zeus network is going on over at VH1? Is this some kind of production stunt, or is this just real life? Let's rewind. Because this is where everything took a dramatic turn. The beef between Yandi and Rasheeda's podcast drama kicked it all off. Now, listen up. When your so-called sister starts throwing shade at you in front of millions on a podcast, what do you call that? Not sisterhood, baby. That's betrayal. Served with a side of clout chasing. And word on the street is Yandi didn't see it coming. So here's what went down. Rasheeda, the boss chick who somehow finds time to run a boutique and be a reality TV star, decided to use her podcast platform to subtly shade Yandi. She made some comments about how people on TV switch up, not being real friends, and chasing fame. But oh, fans weren't buying it. They connected the dots quicker than a Reddit detective. As soon as the podcast episode aired, one fan tweeted, "Rasheeda's been fake." Yandi carried that reunion, and Rasheeda got jealous. Watch how she flips now. Another fan chimed in, saying Yandi doesn't need to be on Housewives like Rasheeda, she's got real businesses. She just isn't loud about it. But let's not act like this is new drama. Oh no, the cracks in Rasheeda and Yandi's friendship were visible last season, at the reunion. Yandi publicly called out fake friendships within the group, and Rasheeda was looking real uncomfortable. Coincidence? Please. This isn't Sesame Street. Every look, every silence, and every awkward moment means something. Every hug might just be a chokehold in disguise. But just as fans were picking sides, and the drama started heating up, boom. Who do we spot on Instagram? None other than Jasmine Washington, soaking up the sun. Yep, the same Jasmine who was at the center of Kirk Frost's baby scandal years ago. The same woman Rasheeda swore she was done with, and the same woman who was allegedly erased from the show's narrative. And now, sis is tanning on a yacht that looks suspiciously like the one Kirk and Rasheeda were on during their vacation. How did she get there? Did they make up? Is she now part of the family? Or is this just damage control? Gone wild. But hold up y'all, that's not even the craziest part. Word on the blogs is that Jasmine's homeless. Yep, you heard that right. Leaked DMS and anonymous texts claim Jasmine's been struggling behind the scenes. Apparently, she was invited to join the vacation as part of a private reconciliation deal, and here's the kicker. This deal might have included a little bit of camera action to boost the storyline. One anonymous source said, Jasmine had nowhere to go. Rasheeda invited her as a peace offering for the show, but it's all fake. The tension's still there. Jasmine didn't even want to be filmed, if this is true. Then Rasheeda and Kirk went from denying Jasmine's existence to offering her a vacation in exchange for a storyline. Baby, this ain't growth. That's desperation with a filter. Meanwhile, Erica Banks found herself at the wrong end of an expose that left fans shook. Now Erica's been quiet lately, trying to shake off that one-hit wonder label and rebrand herself as a serious artist and cast member. But her haters, and apparently some ex-friends, weren't about to let her breathe. An account called That Teaser posted what they claimed was a leaked voice note from Erica, dragging producers, calling the show rigged, and even throwing shade at Spice and Bambi, saying they were washed up and tired. Cue the chaos. Fans flooded the comments, some demanding Erica be kicked off the show. Others were saying she was just speaking the truth. One particularly spicy comment read, "Erica Banks acting like she's Bianca with a mixtape. Ma'am, sit down." But you know who really isn't sitting down? Karlie read, because girl, she might just be sitting in a cell. Yep, in what might be the most Karlie-esque twist ever. Rumors are swirling that Karlie got arrested at a private club in Atlanta after allegedly causing a scene when her man showed up with another woman. Now, we've seen Karlie do a lot of things. Fake fainting, nose jobs, pop-ups and wigs. But this is new levels of unhinged. One alleged witness posted to Facebook saying, "I was at Redacted in ATL, and Karlie lost it when some girl showed up with her boo. Security tried to calm her down, but she threw a bottle. Cops were called. It was wild." No confirmation from Karlie's team yet, but the silence. Deafening, suspicious. But here's the thing, this isn't just some random chaos. It's all connected. And let me tell you, where there's smoke, there's fire, and where there's fire, VH1's got a camera crew. Now, just when we thought Rasheeda airing out Yandi on a public podcast was the shadiest moment of the season, boom, here comes Jasmine. The baby mama who was at the center of Kirk Frost's baby scandal all those years ago suddenly crashing into the picture like a wrecking ball with no brakes. Jasmine, the same woman who had half of Atlanta dragging Kirk for a decade, was spotted vacationing at the exact same luxury spot as Kirk and Rasheeda. This wasn't some random coincidence, y'all. Jasmine was in the same villa area, and photos mysteriously started vanishing off social media hours after fans started clocking her location tags. Coincidence? Or was it a carefully crafted cover-up? And just when you think things couldn't get crazier, it gets even wilder. So, let's talk about Rasheeda, who, like a true master of the craft, managed to keep her cool through it all. But, baby, behind that calm exterior, it's a whole storm brewing. Word on the street is that Rasheeda was trying to play the peacekeeper, but honestly, that's looking more like damage control than reconciliation. Can we talk about the fact that after all this drama with Jasmine, Rasheeda started cozying up to her, and people noticed? Yeah, fans were on the case fast, and the whispers didn't stop. The fact that Rasheeda started casually talking about Jasmine in conversation, like she was a part of the squad again, has people questioning everything. Fans and insiders are calling it icy energy. Though, you know the type of energy when someone's pretending everything's fine, but it's really on the verge of cracking. That's what's happening here. Some reports even say that Rasheeda was acting like she had nothing to do with Jasmine's sudden re-entry into the fold. But the tension between them is palpable. As one source allegedly close to Rasheeda said, "It's cold. The kind of cold that can freeze a room just by stepping inside." Now, the idea that Rasheeda might have been behind Jasmine's sudden vacation invite has got people shaking their heads. Because if we're being honest here, it doesn't look like reconciliation. It looks like a carefully executed storyline that just so happens to line up perfectly with the drama producers love to fuel. It's almost too perfect, don't you think? Rasheeda has been playing a game, trying to navigate through a world of betrayals, secrets, and shattered friendships. She's been trying to maintain her image as the tough, no-nonsense boss chick. But let's be real, here the cracks are showing. If there's one thing that's clear, it's that Rasheeda is trying her best to juggle the perception of being this cool, collected businesswoman while secretly managing chaos behind the scenes. Whether it's the Jasmine situation, Yandi's public betrayal, or the podcast drama, Rasheeda is no longer the untouchable queen she once was. Fans are calling it damage control at its finest. And from where I'm standing, it sure looks like it. It sure looks like it. But wait, here's the twist that makes it all the more interesting. While Rasheeda is playing nice with Jasmine again, Yandi is taking a completely different approach. Yandi's not about to let that podcast shade slide quietly into the night. Oh no, word on the love and hip-hop streets is that she's been taking matters into her own hands, but in the most silent way possible. She unfollowed half of the cast overnight, including Rasheeda, and even Erica Banks. Now, for the uninitiated, when a cast member starts unfollowing people, you know something's gone seriously left. But that wasn't all. Yandi is reportedly distancing herself from the whole situation. No more public support for Rasheeda. No more playing the role of the good friend. At this point, it's looking like Yandi's drawing some serious lines in the sand. But here's the twist. She didn't unfollow Karlie, because, let's be honest, Karlie Red is a whole other level of drama waiting to unfold. And honestly, probably knows that Karlie is one person you don't need to worry about blocking. She block herself with her own chaos. Karlie's out-of-control antics and unpredictable behavior make her a ticking time bomb in the reality TV world. And Yandi knows better than to get in the middle of that storm. Karlie's brand of drama is unlike anything else, and Yandi knows that trying to manage it would be like trying to tame a lion. Sometimes, it's just better to watch from the sidelines and let Karlie implode on her own. As the drama continues, Erica Banks found herself caught up in a situation that's been slowly unraveling her rebrand. Erica, who's been trying to make herself out to be the next big thing, tried to escape that one-hit wonder label, but now, she's being exposed in high definition. It's not a good look when your own friends, or former friends, start spilling tea on your behalf. The leak? It came from a mysterious source of voice note, allegedly from Erica herself, dragging producers, calling the show rigged, claiming that the cast was faking scenes, and, just for good measure, she threw some shade at Spice and Bambi, calling them washed up and tired. Imagine, you've been quiet for so long trying to rebrand, and then bam, this happens. Her fans were split. Some were Team Erica, calling her out for just being honest. Others were calling for her to be kicked off the show, saying that this type of drama is exactly what the show doesn't need right now. It was almost as if she opened a Pandora's box of drama, and now there's no turning back. Erica's unfiltered thoughts were now out there for everyone to see. She went from trying to rebrand herself as a professional, serious artist to someone whose words were now causing more chaos than she could handle. It was a mess, and one that she's going to have to clean up somehow. And in the midst of all this, Karlie Red, blessed her heart, seems to be taking this to a whole new level. We all know Karlie for her over-the-top dramatic moments, but this is a new kind of chaos. Karlie got arrested. Not for the first time, mind you, but this one takes the cake. The rumors are swirling that Karlie was involved in a major scene at an Atlanta private club. And let's just say it wasn't a good look. The story goes like this. Karlie's man shows up at the club with another woman, and Karlie lost her cool. Apparently, she made a scene, threw a bottle, and security had to escort her out. But wait, here's the real shocker. Police were called, and Karlie was allegedly arrested. It's like something straight out of a reality TV plot twist, but this one, it's real life. And yet, Karlie's team has remained suspiciously silent. No official word, no explanation, just a deafening silence that's only fueling the rumors. Is Karlie headed for yet another round of legal troubles? Or is this just another one of her chaotic moments that she'll brush off with a wink and a smile? No one can quite predict what Karlie will do next, and that's what makes her so unpredictable. She's the kind of reality TV star who lives for the drama, and we're all just waiting to see how far she'll go before she's taken down for good. But here's the thing, this isn't just some random chaos. It's all connected, and let me tell you, where there's smoke, there's fire, and where there's fire, VH1's got a camera crew. Now, just when we thought Rasheeda airing out Yandi on a public podcast was the shadiest moment of the season, boom, here comes Jasmine, the baby mama who was at the center of Kirk Frost's baby scandal all those years ago, suddenly crashing into the picture like a wrecking ball with no brakes. Jasmine, the same woman who had half of Atlanta dragging Kirk for a decade, was spotted vacationing at the exact same luxury spot as Kirk and Rasheeda. This wasn't some random coincidence, y'all. Jasmine was in the same villa area, and photos mysteriously started vanishing off social media hours after fans started clocking her location tags. Coincidence? Or was it a carefully crafted cover-up? According to some insiders, Rasheeda may have been secretly orchestrating the drama from behind the scenes. By inviting Jasmine back into the fold, she may have been trying to bring more drama to the show. After all, what's a reality show without some juicy plotlines and new conflicts? Some fans even suggest that Rasheeda knew exactly what she was doing by bringing Jasmine back, knowing it would stir up a lot of controversy. After all, the more drama, the more viewers. The more viewers, the more money in VH1's pocket. But what happens when the drama becomes too much to handle? That's the question everyone is waiting for. So, what's next? What's going to happen? When all these tangled webs start to unravel, will Rasheeda's carefully curated public persona continue to survive all the behind-the-scenes mess? Can Yandi ever forgive Rasheeda for the podcast betrayal? Or is their friendship done for good? And what's Karlie Red going to do next? Is she going to stay in the headlines for all the wrong reasons? Or will she be able to salvage whatever's left of her reputation? The one thing we know for sure is this: the drama on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is just getting started. Stay tuned, because the mess is only going to get bigger, and just when you thought things couldn't get any more intense, the entire Love and Hip Hop Atlanta cast is about to come crashing down in what could be the wildest conclusion of the season. Let's start by addressing the one cast member who's been playing a dangerous game of silence while all of this madness unfolds: Bambi. Now, Bambi hasn't been seen much recently, but that's exactly what has people talking. Bambi reportedly ghosted an entire week of filming right after the rumors about Jasmine's vacation hit the blogs. The streets are whispering that she's quietly distancing herself from all the mess, trying to protect her own storyline. But let's be real, here this is Love and Hip Hop. Ain't no such thing as quietly distancing yourself. The reason Bambi's been staying out of the spotlight is a strategic move. She knows better than to get caught up in the drama that's been consuming the other cast members. With everything happening, Rasheeda's shady podcast comments, Jasmine's mysterious re-entry into the fold, Karlie's antics, and Yandi's betrayal, Bambi is making sure she doesn't get dragged into the chaos. But let's not pretend she's safe. Fans have already started speculating that her absence from filming isn't just about protecting her image, it could also be about protecting her marriage. If we remember correctly, Bambi's relationship with Scrappy is a key part of her storyline. And with all the drama surrounding the other cast members, who knows what could happen if Scrappy gets caught up in the mess? Bambi's quiet escape has left fans asking a lot of questions. Some believe she's hiding from the spotlight to avoid the wrath of the other women on the show. We know that Scrappy has had his own issues with some of the cast members, and Bambi's absence could be a protective measure for their relationship. But could it also be a calculated move to avoid taking sides in a game that's getting more dangerous by the day? We've seen how alliances can shift quickly on Love and Hip Hop, and Bambi might just be waiting for the dust to settle before she decides where her loyalties lie. But here's the real tea. Rumors are swirling that Bambi is quietly preparing for a major move behind the scenes. There are whispers that she might be making plans to join a different franchise, Love and Hip Hop Miami. Anyone? Rasheeda's sudden connection with the Miami cast has fans wondering if she's planning a little bit of a franchise switch herself. Could Bambi be following suit, distancing herself from the Atlanta chaos, and making a big comeback in Miami? With Trina and Amara La Negra filming together, it wouldn't be too far-fetched to think that Bambi is ready to branch out and build her own empire away from the drama she's trying to avoid in Atlanta. The idea of a franchise jump is heating up, especially considering how many of the cast members are already thinking about their next big move. And while we're on the subject of Rasheeda, let's dive deeper into her podcast drama because, baby, it's still not over. While Rasheeda has been trying to hold it all together on her platform, let's just say her reputation has taken a huge hit. We saw the first crack when she started throwing shade at Yandi, but things have gone from bad to worse. Rasheeda's podcast, once seen as a source of inspiration and girl power, has become the breeding ground for drama, betrayal, and pure misogyny. Her shady remarks about women who chase clout through fake relationships and her subtle digs at her friends were just the beginning. But now, things have gone to a whole new level. Rasheeda was even caught in a scandal involving fake designer bags at a yacht party. Now, this is a whole new level of mess. The bags were apparently knockoffs, and an off-duty customs officer recognized them immediately as being counterfeit. You would think that someone with Rasheeda's level of success and business acumen would stay clear of this type of drama. But nope, this is Love and Hip Hop, and no one is immune. The fact that this even made it to the blogs is enough to make sponsors start second-guessing their association with Rasheeda. And if that wasn't enough, her supposed brand girl boss image is being questioned. Is she really the empowering businesswoman she claims to be? Or is she just another reality star trying to keep her reputation intact while balancing a mountain of skeletons in her closet? And don't even get me started on Karlie Red. Oh Karlie, you just can't make this up. The drama she's involved in just keeps getting worse. After the whole bottle throwing incident at the club, Karlie's name has been everywhere. But now, It seems like Karlie's once again in the hot seat, and this time, it might be bigger than just another meltdown. Sources are saying Karlie is involved in a major scandal surrounding counterfeit designer bags, the yacht party. That was just the tip of the iceberg. Karlie allegedly got caught distributing knockoff Chanel bags to the guests at the party. And to make matters worse, there's talk of federal agents getting involved. An off-duty customs officer recognized the bags immediately as fake. And next thing you know, Karlie's name is tied to counterfeit goods. This isn't just some petty drama. It's a whole federal issue. Karlie, who's always had a knack for stirring the pot, may have finally pushed things too far. If she's found guilty of trafficking counterfeit goods, she could be facing some serious legal consequences. And what's even more wild, the fact that Erica Banks, of all people, was at that very same yacht party and even posted a boomerang showing off one of the bags. Fans didn't waste any time calling her out on social media, with one commenter saying, "Girl, you just secured a knockoff. You one step from selling oils in the parking lot." That's not the kind of spotlight Erica wants right now, especially after her drama with Yandi and Rasheeda, but the hits just keep coming. Karlie's alleged arrest and the entire fake bag scandal have put a serious dent in her reputation. In fact, some are already saying that Karlie's career in the spotlight might be nearing its end. Between her legal troubles, the constant public meltdowns, and now the counterfeit goods scandal, Karlie's days of being a reality TV star may be numbered. But we've learned one thing from Karlie Red: she always bounces back. The question is how much longer can she keep pushing the limits before she completely crashes and burns? And then there's the ongoing tension between Yandi and Rasheeda. It's clear that Yandi's not happy with how things went down during Rasheeda's podcast episode. And let's be honest, Yandi's not the type of woman to just let something like that slide. She's already made her feelings known by unfollowing Rasheeda on social media. But what's next? Will Yandi take the high road and move on from the drama? Or is she gearing up for a full-on public confrontation? The tension between these two women is palpable, and it's only a matter of time before it boils over. As for Rasheeda, the facade of being the strong, independent woman is starting to crack. Fans are seeing through the perfectly curated image she's been projecting for years. The reality of the situation is that she's deeply entangled in a web of lies, betrayal, and production-driven drama. Her podcast, her brand, her entire public persona is now being called into question. Is this the beginning of the end for Rasheeda's reign as the queen of love and hip-hop Atlanta? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the drama isn't slowing down anytime soon. We can't forget the big picture though. All of this is intertwined in a production web. There's a method to all the madness, and sometimes it feels like VH1 is pulling the strings behind the scenes, just when we think things are about to explode. Another shocking revelation or scandal gets dropped into our laps, and the cycle continues. It's a messy but brilliant reality TV formula, and it seems like every cast member has a role to play in keeping the drama at a fever pitch. Whether they're stirring the pot, making alliances, or playing the villain, they all know what they're doing. And VH1 knows that the fans thrive on the chaos. But here's where the real questions start to arise. What happens when the cameras stop rolling? Will these friendships ever be repaired? Will the fallout from these public betrayals, shady podcast comments, and knockoff scandals be the end of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta as we know it? Or will it just be another season of juicy drama that'll keep the fans glued to their screens?